Hey guys, it's the Fetid Bobo here, and this is patch 31 overview in the forest. We have a number of changes. As you saw from the beginning of this video, there's new animations to the intro. It's very cool. Here is the floor remover, now working for a roof. You can do a number of neat things with that now, with a hole in the roof. Rain will go through, but whatever. Another idea. The bone fence art model has changed, so now it's a bit more tribal, less organized compared to the wood fence there. The map system has been upgraded a little bit. It's improved, so now it reveals over time and just a bit more detail to it. Also, when you go outside, there is a rudimentary map of the outside world now, including little icons like that cave marker. And the pin follows where you are in location, so you can find where you are. Crocodiles have better skin. Also, you can now take their meat and skin. The skin is actually lizard skin. You can now put bones on your custom effigies. How cute. There is a new far shadow experimental option. As you can see, far away, it pops in and out. One more time. The bed now takes 4 rabbit skins, but it actually looks like you're laying on something nice. You can change the flag, which is also added on to the log sled, and you can see it from a distance. Arrows shoot in a straighter line now, and they should collide with more objects, even if they don't normally stick to them. There's a blood shader now, so if you have your ally, you can see how hurt he is. Or you can force it like I did. Cannibals now, after being dead for a little while, will have flies collect around them. Chopping them up when they have flies around them increases your chance of infection. Stumps can now be broken. The leftover will disappear in a little bit. If you both sleep in a bed at the same time, time will move forward like it would in single player. Log sleds can now hold 11 logs. There are snowshoes now. You can build a snowshoe with 5 sticks and 2 rope. You can make rope from cloth. On the left hand side is no snowshoes. On the right hand side is with snowshoes. It feels like about a 20% difference. So it's not crazy, but I did feel a little bit of a difference. Alright, and that's the visual portion of the update overview. I always do that first, and now I'm going to list out the rest of the items. 2 I wanted to add real quick before anybody not interested in the rest of them goes away. But squirrels now give meat when you kill them, which is a great way to live in the forest away from the coastlines where normally you would find a lot of resources like the turtles or fish. Birds used to give meat, but that was changed in the hotfix recently. So now it's just squirrels. That's still not so bad, and it makes living in the forest alright. It was crazy with birds though. The other item, chocolate bars and soda now give overeating points when used. So they're not really the best if you're next to your base and you have some meat available. They're good for their portability and that they don't spoil, but they will interfere with your athleticism and your strength and how you grow on your character's stat page. So be careful eating too much, because I guess you could get fat off of soda and candy bars now. Who knew? Alright, listing the rest of them. Cliffs are now double-sided and shadow correctly when sun is behind them. Balance, slightly lowered time to pull back axe before strike. Slightly reduced health on all creepy mutants. Multiplayer. Hopefully fixed enemies sometimes randomly running on spot. Added sleep current view, active while waiting for rest of players to join. So you can kind of see like other people, if they're sleeping or not, you can kind of see like a number by it. Give you a hint, especially if your beds aren't all next to each other. Added current view icon display to player list. Added backpack model to player. Added sleep feature. All currently connected players must use a sleep trigger regardless of place in the world, and sleep will start once everyone is in. Basically like Minecraft. Fix burning trees. Fixed issue when leaving game while having a backpack pickup in-game, preventing client from reconnecting if making a new game. Fixed time bomb exploding when dropped from metal tray when full. Grabbing backpack no longer auto-equips first item in list if hands are empty. Improved time syncing for clients. New player clothing texture variations added. New revised camo, relaxed t-shirt, and tourist clothing. Fixed blood not appearing on client players when hit by an enemy. Fixed blood sync issues on dead enemies. Fixed enemies sometimes floating in the air when killed in multiplayer. Alright, to optimization changes. Plane and yacht shaders now use deferred rendering. Performance change. Amplify motion blur updated to latest release. Memory lowered by disabling read-write on meshes that don't need it. Rendering change. Cheap far distant shadows added. Oh, we showed this one. Ambient occlusion fix for Bush 8. I don't know what Bush 8 is, sorry. Added animals to parts of the map where there were few or none. Added bone and skull to custom effigy, we've shown it. Added climb out area to Cave 9 sinkhole overlook area. Added far shadow option to graphics menu. Added option to hide stealth meter. Option to turn other players' names off in multiplayer. So you could kind of make a PvP sort of experience that way, but it'd be consensual since you could just turn it back on and find them. Added stump removal to tree types that didn't have it yet. Added support for the PlayStation 4 DualShock controller. Birds no longer land on bodies that have been dropped on a fire. Block player rotation during stand-up part of hanging cutscene. Blowing up a partially cut down tree no longer removes a stump. Tree needs to be first fully cut down. Building collapsings now destroys triggers of nested buildings. Blocks the feature before the end of the physics animation. I'm not 100% sure what that last bit meant, but I just read it out. Burning body now yields 2 bones from the torso. Burnt armsy texture seems painted out. Burnt trees now properly destroy attached structures as well. Yay! Can no longer equip map while on rope. Cave 1 adjusted stalactites in flooded room. Sinkhole walkout hallway walkout added. Adjusted layout and lighting in Cave 9. Crafting anything now closes the crafting tutorial. Was originally only closed by making Molotovs or closing inventory. Dynamite must now be lit before thrown in order to explode. Experimental walls renamed custom walls in the survival book. Extra turbulence added to the plane opening scene, just shaking your camera around. Glass shard upgrade views are now 50% smaller. Improved arrow behavior with physics objects. It now properly collides with most objects it can be expected to, even if it cannot stick in. Increased chance of seeing enemies praying at rituals. Very cool, I hope to actually see that. I've only seen pictures of it. Increased dynamic blood effects on enemies. Increased sled log max amount to 11. That's crazy. That makes log sleds pretty helpful in my mind because you could very nearly build an entire log shed with one log sled. That's just cool, I think. Inventory can no longer be opened while airborne. Limited max amount of berry type to 30. Made glass upgrade material more transparent and more reflective. New art added. Redone player character textures. Second frozen body. Improved crocodile textures. There's a new bird type in the world. I think it's this kind of like orange-red bird I saw a few times. I was in the snow area. I'm not there all the time, but I think it's this kind of like a phoenix bird almost. Look pretty cool, but if it's what I saw, you're going to see like 40 of them as soon as you start playing around. New image for log sled in survival book to make it clearer. New to-do task. Condition, find climbable wall. Completion, find climbing axe. New to-do task. Condition, have less than 40% air underwater. Completion, find rebreather. Another task, explore caves 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Newly discovered map areas now smoothly reveal over 1 second instead of instantaneously. Now showing the X climbing axe icon when climbing axe isn't out while targeting a climb wall. Optimize shadow casted by plants and trees. Optimize touch bending on plants. Plastic torch made brighter, longer, bigger throw. Added brighter fill light. Now the thing doesn't suck. It's much better now. Player crawling animation added to opening scene. Raccoons are now nocturnal. Rain should last way longer once it starts. Remove depth of field graphics option. This I'm a little sad about. I kind of liked it. There were a couple bugs, I guess, with it. They weren't significant issues at all. I mean, you were a little blurry. Maybe your weapon was a little blurry, but it was livable. I liked it. I'm a little sad it's gone. Hopefully it comes back later. Removed floating stalactites from Cannibal Village cave entrances. Replaced hanging skull lamp model and replaced cloth requirement with rope. Smoother player rotation while pushing the log sled. Staying in a fire now properly keeps burning player until death or getting out. Stick ropes and booze now use multi-view feature. Stop player getting leaves when cutting rope and hanging cutscene. Task system message no longer spams HUD. Texture quality setting is now properly saved and restored. There is now a delay at the start of the game before player can sleep, roughly at first night. Tree structures now collapse upon being destroyed. Updated enemy layout in Cave 7 and 8. Fix breakable flare crate containing sodas instead of flares. Fix bug where rapidly opening and closing survival book could cause it to not appear in hands at all. Burning player not removing leaves from stealth armor. Fix burning weapons not emitting light. Fixed camera being able to see down neck sometimes when using bow. Fixed enemy bodies sometimes at the wrong angle when dropped on fires. Fixed fish not receiving damage from regular weapons. Fixed grass rendering incorrectly on the latest AMD Crimson drivers. Fixed hanging bodies in main Cannibal Village not dropping items when hit, not counted on passenger list. Fixed material settings of waterfall. Fixed pine trunk material not matching between cut and standing versions. Fixed player sometimes drifting slowly down if not damaged while airborne. Rain not cleaning up bloody weapons. Rebreather not getting picked up when inventory are already full of air canisters. Fixed spawn crocodile head scale. Sunshine occlusion not turning back on after being disabled and enabled again in options. Tangents in normal maps on tree bark. Various animation glitches when chopping downward with the axe. Wrong model bow and arrow on crafting mat and brightened bow textures. And that is all of the changes in the forest. The update 31. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you Innight Games for continuously updating the game, and I look forward to the next update. Have a great day, everyone.